No Nuremberg Toy Fair in January 2021 because of COVID, so let's go virtual.
So here we are in 2021, no toy fair in Nuremberg this year. No chance to visit the Conrad factory, but pleased to see Christine Conrad at the end of a video call to discuss what's new. How are you, Christine?
I'm pretty fine. Thank you for having this interview with me today.
Yeah, let's hope it goes well. And how was 2020 for Conrad and your workforce?
I think it was different as for everybody else as well. So until, let's say, March, it was pretty normal. So we had a good start last year. And then in March, during Conexpo, things were getting kind of wild here in Germany. So we were thinking pretty quickly what we can do, how we can adapt. And we also realized that our customers were hesitant because nobody was sure what is going on, how will this pandemic influence us, how will it change, what kind of impact does it have. But after April, things was getting kind of back to normal again. Not only from the collector side, that was very strong in 2020, but also from the OEM side. We did realize that due to the missing fairs and exhibitions, the OEMs were a little reduced ordering, but everything together, it was actually a good year last year.
Okay, good. And it, no doubt it's presented some challenges as you do the model development, for example, because you're presumably having to do a lot of that now remotely with conferences and all that kind of thing. Presumably that's all been quite challenging as well.
Oh yeah, for some of the models which were started last year with the development, we still don't have any feedback yet. So that's why it is always a new task every day to get all the people involved in this project on the phone or into the video conference and start discussing it online. It is difficult, but we hope that it will get better because we still think that the situation will last until at least summer this year.
Looking forward to 2021 then. How do you see things? Obviously, you've got Bauma coming up in 2022, which as far as we know is hopefully, yeah, as far as we know, it's still going to be on. And for you, that's one of your busiest times or one of your targets, because all the OEMs place their orders to get the models hopefully ready for Bauma. Are you seeing that the OEMs are preparing themselves for Bauma? Are you getting the discussions and orders that lead to you having a busy year?
We're having discussions about Bauma models, but actually we didn't even feel last year that the new model was reduced. So we were working quite a lot on new models. The main problem is the delay in getting information or getting everything right on time so that we can also introduce it to the market. So we actually are starting also with some of the Bauma projects already because we are scared that due to the experience delay that we will also have it this year again.
Yes. Well, it's a new way of working for everybody, isn't it? So
it's challenging, but we're ready to take the challenge.
Okay, so that's good. Should we talk about then your new releases for this year? I'd like to just kick off with talking about a model that was actually came out last year for the first time, which was the big Boom Booster model that came out in Mammut colours. But I think you've now delivered the Damag version.
Yes, that is correct. So the Mammut model was actually introduced at Conexpo. It was built up there, the first prototype to show to the collectors, and in December we introduced now the Damag version with the new Damag colors, and also this model is pretty successful, so we are happy, and we are also always interested in all like collectors who build it up already. So whenever somebody is taking some pictures of the model at home, please just send it to us. We're happy to see it.
Okay, that'd be good. Well, that might be a nice thing to have a kind of a gallery on your website or something of.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so now you got a press release out of your new releases. Shall we just talk through those?
Yes, I'm happy to show you some of the models we have for you.
Looking through the press release, the first one is the MAN F8.
So the idea behind the F8 from MAN is, we were doing the old timer before.
Yes.
The round bonnet truck, and we always had questions from the collectors if we would redo the F8 model. So it is not a complete new design model. So what we were doing is we were actually updating the old tooling of the cabin and making it nice, so to the current standard. So giving it some wipers, and the dump body is actually completely new, and also the chassis is completely new. So this is our new model, and we hope very much that the collectors will like it as much as we do.
Okay, so that will come out roughly when?
This will be coming out mid of February, end of February approximately.
Okay, and presumably that will be available in the MAN shop and also through dealers?
This will be available for the dealers and also in the MAN shops.
Okay, that's good. So the next one on the list is the Liebherr TA230.
The model was actually introduced by Liebherr last year. They have the new introduction of the new dumper, and therefore they ask us to do the model. This model is complete new tooling, so from the previous dumper, there is nothing actually the same.
Okay.
They have completely changed the design from the model, and it has some nice functions. For example, the hydraulic, when you open or when you tilt the dump body, that the tailgate opens automatically. And the new design is very up to date, so it looks like futuristic.
Yeah. So the next page of the press release, we see one of our old friends almost, the Liebherr MK88, which is one of the more complex models that have been made of this mobile tower crane.
Yes. So this version is from the company Jos Bloem, which is a company in the Netherlands, and one of our collectors is actually working at the company, and we were talking about, and we thought that it would make a very nice model. Mm-hmm. And finally, after some years of thinking if we should realize it, we decided to finally do it. So I have the model here for you.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, we can see it now. Yes. Now, I presume this is the later version, so because the very first version had flashing lights, didn't it?
Yes.
And I think that was only on the first version, wasn't it? So this one presumably doesn't have that.
Exactly. This was actually only on the first versions. All the later versions did not have the flashing lights anymore. That had several reasons. One of the reasons was that collectors said they never used actually the flashing light. Some didn't even know that there was the flashing light, even though there was some information in it. So we decided just to leave it away.
Yeah. Okay. Also on the same page, we've got the R926C.
Yes, the R926C is actually an older base model, but many collectors ask of a rerun of the model. So we also did the Liebherr version, but now new is the version Sturm. So it's a Dutch company as well. And the model is also coming with the wider tracks, which is especially for the Dutch market, and has some nice printing of the company. Exactly, and it's available also immediately.
Next up is the Liebherr R938V. And this one's in a colour scheme actually we've seen before and on some years ago, which is Kristen, which I think is that Swiss.
Yes,
Swiss?
Exactly. You're right. It's the Swiss company Kristen Küssner. And actually, I think the company is, in the meanwhile, pretty famous by the collectors. Everybody or many people know the company, and they also like the color scheme.
Yes.
Kristen bought the R938 last year, and we agreed that we are realizing the model together. And I think in this color scheme and also with this attachment, the model looks especially nice.
Yes, I can see that. And is that one also available quite soon?
That one is also already available, yes.
Okay. Now we're going into something quite small, which is the Ferrari Super 800i. Again, this one looks like it's in a color scheme.
You're right. This one is in the color scheme of the French company ATPS. And the company is very well known in France. And we thought it is a nice, attracting color scheme also for the collector's market.
Okay. And moving on, we've now got some trucks. The MAN-TGSM Euro 6C. Again, this one's in a color scheme of, is it Kutter?
It's Kutter, yes. The company is pretty well known in Germany. It's a German company in the, like doing streets, making streets. They have also some pavers, big road construction. And the similar model was very famous last year for the collectors. And now we decided to have the 4XL dumper, which was introduced last year to the market with the low loader trailer. And we hope that the collectors will also like this version.
Okay, and that one's also out fairly shortly then.
Exactly.
Okay. And the next one's got some interesting graphics on it. We will rock you, apparently.
I hope that the model will rock. We were doing already a model for this company, Bärenreiter, in the past. But this time, the new thing is the new MNTGX GX cabin, which was launched last year. So it is pretty rare still in the market. And the company Bärenreiter is one of the first ones who got it in the original version. And the company is very happy with the truck. So they ask us if we can realize it also in the miniature.
Okay, and I think that's these ones for truck collectors that are in these kind of interesting color schemes. I think are always quite collectible because they're something different as much as anything. So
indeed, it is.
So we will rock you. We'll look out for that.
We have another model to announce. It's from the company Goldhofer. It's called Goldhofer Bison, and it's also an airport tractor unit. It's a pulling tractor. It's kind of new. It has many nice details on. For example, you can take off the additional ballast on the model, and you can also change the rear side. So you can disconnect the seat where the additional driver can sit. It's a nice little model with a lot of play moments.
And I think the flavour we get from this press release is that these are all models that are announced and pretty much available fairly shortly.
So we want to be on the sure side that the collectors get in a short time frame what they really want to have. So we decided to have now a newsletter and the introduction, what is available now and in a short time. And I can already tell you that there are some nice more models coming pretty soon.
So what people should do then is really stay in touch with your website and Facebook and these kind of things, because you will make regular announcements when you get something to.
For everybody who didn't see it in the last year, we are now active. We have started the new webpage in summer. So all news are now on the webpage, and also the new models are listed on the webpage. People can just go there, have a closer look. We are trying now to upload more images so that the collectors can even get some more impression of which model will come, and also how the models will look like. We also are now active on Facebook and Instagram, so trying to deal with the new medias.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing from your point of view, really, because obviously you had your old website for a number of years, which was fairly static, let's put it that way. But you've refreshed it now, and it's certainly much more active. There's a much more active presence, isn't there, of views and the information. You have the feeling the thing is being updated. So I think that's a good move on your part, and it's certainly any collector wanting to understand what's up, what's new. Visiting your website and the Facebook pages and things is the right thing to do. Okay, Christine, thank you very much for that. That's an interesting run through, I think, of what's happened to you in the last year and how the company's moving forward with your new releases. So thank you very much for your time today and sharing the information.
It was nice seeing you again.
Yep.
And next time, maybe in person.
Thank you.
Following the interview with Christine, even more new models were announced. One is this new Liebherr 5-axle crane, although it's not immediately revealed which of the LTM series this one is. There are 3 Faymanville models. This is a Telemax trailer, and the other 2 are Variomax trailers. And all 3 models have a different MNTGX tractor unit. Also appearing on its own as a model is this big MNTGX 4-axle heavy-duty tractor. And going down in size there is this MNTGS NN with a miler tipper. And it also has a tandem trailer. All of these models should be available in February 21, so there's plenty to look forward to from Conrad.